First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, Israelites Have Become Degenerate Plants. And this is a perfect display of that. How degenerate these Israelites have become. And this is a video compilation showing viral news sensations, right, who became famous and where they are now. Okay, and the fact that they were getting all this clout from being complete degenerates in every way, shape, and form, the lowest part of so-called black society, right? And they got all this virality and all this fame from it and opportunity. It shows you why this world is all effed up, right? And why this so-called white man, this Edomite, has to be taken out of rulership. Because this is a rulership problem. You know, who owns the media companies? Why is the media pushing this nonsense? You understand what I'm saying? But you Israelites are also to blame. You so-called black people are also to blame because you have no problem with this madness and also feeding into this garbage. Okay? All these faces you see here are complete 100% degenerates. All right? And I was watching a video and I was getting pissed off because it's a damn shame, man. You know, and I'm not going to play all of it, obviously, but you can see, you know, if I could skip through it, you can see the kind of flipping madness that was going on, you know. Let me start from here.
Some interviewees may indeed be more intentional about their responses, hoping to achieve the same level of recognition. With that being said, let's kick off the first individual on this list. In January 2016, a fire broke out at an Oklahoma apartment complex, destroying the electrical panels that served the entire complex and left more than 100 people without power or heat. A very similar story to Sweet Brown's, if you remember. When the local news station arrived on the scene, they expected to find frustrated and upset residents. But that wasn't the case at all. Most of the displaced residents at the Casa Linda apartments were in good spirits. One of the residents, and mother of three, named Michelle Dobine, brought humor to the situation, which left the news crew laughing.
I said, what? She said, yeah. I said, no. So the girl come downstairs. She come out her apartment with her baby with no shoes on. I said, oh, girl, it's cold outside. She said, something ain't right. I said, oh, man. She said, oh, man, the building is on fire. I said, no, what? I got my 3 kids and we bounced out. We ain't gonna be in no fire. Not today.
After her interview went viral online, amassing over 5 million views, she quickly became a YouTube sensation.
The building is on fire, fire. I said, no.
This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous and shameful. As you could clearly see, I shouldn't have to explain why it's shameful, but you can see, you know, this is a big overweight so-called black woman looking crazy, hair all over the damn place, right? 3 kids, you know, the father most likely is nowhere to be found. Speaking like she has no comment, no sense. She can't put a sentence together. So this is a shame. This is something that Esau would do. If Esau was to go into blackface or to make a cartoon to insult so-called black people, he would come with an image like this. And this is an image that is being promoted and it get 5 million views and being shared and laughed at. Oh, this is great. And to me, this wasn't even funny to begin with. But it's, you know, it's promoted in this world. Okay. And this doesn't do anything for you, Jake's image. Right. This just makes you look like complete degenerates in the sight of the nations. And I would have to agree that you are a bunch of degenerates, man. All right. So basically, you know, they had their little 15-minute of fame and whatever the case may be. They get to go on TMZ because he's an Amalekite. The guy who runs TMZ, that main host, he's an Amalekite. So yeah, of course he's gonna promote this shit. He's an enemy. Of course the enemy wants to promote this thing, right? There's a saying that says when you see your enemy making a mistake, don't interrupt them. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? If the enemy's making a mistake, you don't interrupt the enemy. You let the enemy do the mistake so that they can fall into destruction. Anyways, before I even get to the next one, let's read this. Let's read this. This is Jeremiah 2 in verse 19, and it says, "Thine own wickedness shall correct thee, and thy backslidings shall reprove thee. Know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken Yahweh thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith Yahweh, power of hosts." Right? These Israelites don't fear the Most High, and this is why these curses have come upon them. This is why they're living in the ghetto. This is why they can't get up, because the Lord has a curse on them. Pursuing the Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, he told you that he would put a curse on you if you disobeyed his laws. And there's been curses on us, not just in one time period, not just in this time period, but multiple time periods in history. But we're in the worst time period for Jake. The biggest curse has happened in this time during the transatlantic slave trade, and when they came over here to destroy the so-called Native Americans, 1492, and in those times as well was very that's when the major curse really started to come upon Jake. All right, and when I say Jake, I'm speaking about you Israelites. Okay, but it's because you forsook Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, your God. This is why these things are happening to you. And this is what we keep telling you, Israelites, but you don't want to hear it. Okay? It says, know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken Yahweh thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, saith Yahweh, power of hosts. For of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bonds, and thou sayest, I will not transgress. Yeah, the Lord was always delivering us out of slavery. Okay, and we always would promise to not transgress. Okay, when upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest playing the harlot. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine. The Lord planted us Israelites as a noble people. Okay, did that woman look like a noble people? Did she look noble to you? No, she looked like a complete bottom of the barrel scumbucket, man. Like pretty much everyone in these interviews looked like that went viral. They got all this fame and all this. Yo, fame is a drug, man. Fame is an actual drug for these people. Okay. Yet I had planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into the degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? You've become degenerates, complete degenerates. For though thou wash thee with nitre and take thee much soap, yet thine iniquity is marked before me, saith Yahweh, power. Right? Although you clean yourself, you may take a shower, right? And whatever the case may be. And some of these jakes who flipping knows if they take showers as much as they should. These jakes are so degenerate, but even if you do that, right? You maintain your good hygiene or whatever, you can have the best hygiene. But spiritually, you're filthy. Spiritually, you're corrupted. Okay? You're polluted. All right? Let's go to the word noble. Right? And we always get on our own people. We don't shy away from that. We get on our own people. Okay? Because we understand that the majority of our people have become defiled. But we also understand that the heathen could never be clean, right? And, it mentions that also in the New Testament, that if something is, I think Yahweh Shai said it, if something is pure, can it be defiled and made unclean? And the answer is yes. But can something that is created to be unclean, can that be made purified? No, right? You can take soap, which is meant to be clean, and put it in poop, and it's no longer clean. Okay, it's clearly defiled. Nobody's gonna wash himself with that anymore. No one's gonna touch that. But you can't clean poop, right? Because it's just unclean from its inception. That's the same thing as you heathen. Okay, so anyways, this is the word for noble. It says choice species of vine, choice grapes. Okay, meaning the best. Okay, so you get the choice of anything, I mean you're getting the best of that. So we're supposed to be the best amongst these nations. All right, but hey, you're not acting as such. You're not acting as such. Okay. Let's go to the root real quick. To hiss, whistle, pipe, to hiss. And then it has here Sharak, which is sorrow, reddish, tawny, bay. Right, which they have sorrow. We drink sorrow in the islands. They drink sorrow, right? It's a particular plant. But anyways, and it comes out red, like dark red, deep dark red. So this is going to like the color of the grape. You know, the best color. You know, which them dark grapes are good, man. Basically, when they're damp, when they almost look black, those grapes are very good, taste wise. All right. So, anyways, right? He created us to be of the choice vine, the choice people, right? Above all these other people on the face of the earth, right? So, what has happened to Jake? Why is Jake so degenerate now? These are the curses, and this is why there has to be an ethnic cleansing. This is why Jake has to be removed, because we're not mixing with these people. We're moving in a whole nother vibration. See, Esau loves to see this type of behavior from our people, right? Because then he can say, see, look at them. See what I've been saying? These people are inferior, right? Because this is how Jake is acting, right? This is Lamentations 4:1. It says, how is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. Right, you've become dim. You lost your luster. You've lost your shine. Okay, the precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers? The work of the hands of the potter. How you become worthless? You Jakes have become worthless, man. Anyways, let's keep going, man. Look at this crap. Look at this demon.
And while we're discussing intent,
he calling this big grown man with a big ass jawline Courtney. This is fucking ridiculous. Got green nails. So this is, see. Anyways, listen, man. Why do you think America is gonna be burnt with nuclear fire? It's gonna go out the same way as Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Why is it gonna go out the same way as Sodom and Gomorrah? Because America comes in the spirit of Sodom and Gomorrah, man. And you Jakes are sodomites. With the scriptures, there's a scripture that says that mother was a sodomite. Salakia, man. And this was speaking to us. This wasn't saying that the Israelites are sodomites. Hold on. Hold on. Well, this is good to read too. Let's read this real quick. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. Okay. Hey man, that's what was going on. You had a lot of that's what's going on right now. You have a lot of whoredom and you got a lot of sodomite behavior. Okay, and of course back then they did it unto particular gods and so on and so forth. But to be a whore as an Israelite is not good. To be a alphabet person, well, let's go to Leviticus 20 and 13. That's against the scriptures. This is Leviticus 20 and 13, and it reads, if a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. Okay, so that's plain and clear. We could even get Romans, the 1st chapter, but I want to find that scripture You know what? Before I even get that, let's get Revelations 11. Let's get Revelations 11. This is Revelations 11 and verse 8, and it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually, not physically, but which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified." And that's speaking about America. Okay, that's the great city. Okay, all right. Let's go to there's a scripture I'm thinking about right now. Let me go to Google real quick. Okay. No, I know I'm probably not quoting it correct. I'm probably, maybe that's sister. I don't think it was sister. I think it says something about you are begotten of a sodomite or something along those lines. Right. So was that Ezekiel? Was that it? Let me see. Let me read this real quick. Cause Jerusalem to know her abominations, and say, "Thus saith the Lord power unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of the land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother a Hittite." Right. See, so just compare you Israelites to heathens, you know. "And as for thy nativity, in the day thou was born, thy navel was not cut, neither wast thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou wast not salted at all, nor swaddled at all. None I pitied thee to do any of these unto thee, to have compassion upon thee, but thou wast cast out in the open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thine own blood, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thine hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Now when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, thy time was the time of love, and I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee and entered into a covenant with thee. Yeah, the Most High made a covenant with us, the Israelites, saith the Lord power, and thou becamest mine. Then washed I thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away thy blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. I clothed thee also with broidered work, and shod thee with badger skin. And I girded thee about with fine linen, and I covered thee with silk. I decked thee also with ornaments, and put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck. And I put jewels on thy forehead, and earrings in thine ears, and a beautiful crown upon thine head. Thus wast thou decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was of fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou didst eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceeding beautiful and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. So the Lord decked us out. He made us, he beautified the Israelites. Okay? He beautified the Israelites at one point when he was dealing with us. Right? And he's going to beautify us again. For it was perfect through my comeliness, which I had put upon thee, saith the Lord power. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty, and playest the harlot because of thine renown, and pourest out thy fornications on everyone that passeth by. His it was. Right. So basically Jake got comfortable. They thought they were the shit. Okay, and they started forsaking the Lord. As it says, Jeshurun waxed fat and kicked, right? Because we were doing so good that Jake said, "I forget about the Lord. I'm gonna do what I want to do, man." See, that's that wickedness, man. Let me jump down. Right. This is Ezekiel 16:44. It says, "Behold, everyone that useth the proverb shall use this proverb against thee, saying, As is the mother, so is her daughter. Thou art thy mother's daughter, that loatheth her husband and her children, and thou art the sister of thy sisters, which loathe their husbands and their children. Your mother was an Hittite, and your father an Amorite," meaning you were like the heathen. You became like the heathen. Okay? I had to read through it. Okay? But you became just like the heathen. You started following after the ways of the heathen, man. That's why it says the mother is like the daughter is like the mother. And that's true even amongst individual people. Right? But this is speaking about you Israelites, man. "And thine elder sister is Samaria, she and her daughters that dwell at thy left, and thy younger sister that dwelleth at thy right hand is Sodom and her daughters." Okay, yeah. So your younger sister that dwelleth at thy right hand is Sodom and her daughters. Okay, so you were also partaking in the ways of Sodom, because Sodom was close to the land of Israel. Okay, so you were following after the ways of Sodom too, man. Okay. Okay. It says, verse 47, it says, "Yet hast thou not walked after their ways, nor done after their abominations, but as if that were a very little thing, thou wast corrupted more than they in all thy ways." So you done surpassed Sodom, man. Okay. You see, you done surpass Sodom. You done surpass the Hittites. You done surpass the wickedness of the heathen, man. Okay? So this is, hey man, go, where do you see an Ishmael? If you go amongst the Ishmaelites, where you see an individual that looks like this demon? If you go amongst the Moabites, where do you see a demon that looks like this? Where do you see people that look like a grown man looking like this? I mean, this is like typical in these hoods in Babylon. You see what I'm saying? So there's an evil demonic spirit amongst you Israelites. And then they do this and they get viral and they get opportunities and, but regular men that, that's working, honest jobs and, and have morals and standards. Nah, they don't get no opportunities. But these demons and monsters, they get opportunities.
Virality. I gotta talk about Courtney Barnes. On June 8th, 2015, a police officer was seriously injured after colliding
And
with
you know the mother was encouraging that shit because they always encourage this fucking wickedness.
another police cruiser during a high-speed chase in Jackson, Mississippi. Following the crash, the Mississippi news station MS News Now aired an interview with bystander Courtney Barnes, who vividly described the incident. Courtney mentioned in the interview that he was on his way to get a, quote, piece of burger from Burger King.
What'd you see?
Okay, well, I'm a witness here. What I seen was a horrible, tragic situation. The guy was coming down, and I guess the police was trying to do a stop point. The man said, no, not today, and they began to race behind each other like cats and dogs. The police officer got behind the man and started going so fast, his car spit out of control. Girl, he hit the pole. His head went to one side, and his body went to the other side, and this is the result. Lord be with this young man. He need a blessing.
So where were you when this happened?
Well, ma'am, I was actually...
And this demon, this creature from the lagoon is actually a Christian. So where's Vocab at, man? Why don't you go on his block to go find him to talk to him? Because he's a Christian. These are what these Christians do. This is a fellow, and he mentions it. You know that he's pretty much he's a Christian in not so many words. All right. Look, he got a cross on his neck. Look, these are demons, man. You Christians
His
are a bunch
Instagram
of
account
demons.
also suggested that he was a part of the current season at the time of his interview.
Yeah. So anyway, so basically, you know, he got famous and all that shit. Hold on, let me see something.
Views within 6 months. The same day, the YouTube channel Best News Bloopers re-uploaded the clip, which gained over 1 million views in a day.
Look at you niggas, man.
This is truly the best eyewitness account you will ever hear in your life. Step aside, Antoine.
So I have a surprise for you.
What?
We have Courtney on the phone. Stop playing. Get out of here. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hey, we so happy that you joined us on This Nation. Yeah.
Yeah, you clapping up for a fucking degenerate, yo, with a green weave on. This is a man now with green weave, long green nails, crazy looking makeup on. A complete deviant. And this is who you're clapping. This is who you black people clap for. This is why when the Lord sends in Jacob's trouble, you know why. You understand why the Lord is going to destroy the majority of you. Okay? Because this is normal amongst you. This is cool to you, man. You see? You don't shun this. You don't speak against this. You don't speak against any wickedness. Right? Which really, you speaking up against wickedness is really speaking up for the Most High. Right? Scripture say, who shall stand up for me against the evildoers? You're not standing up for the Most High. You're coming up against the Most High and standing up for degenerate demons. You see?
When you was going to Burger King, exactly which piece of the burger were you trying to get?
And this is supposed to be funny to you. Everything is funny to a nigga. Everything is fucking funny. This is why no one takes you fucking serious. You see? This is why when we go around, they look at us like we got fucking 7 heads and 10 horns. LOL. Shout out to Apostle Ramlab. All right? Because we have a serious look on our face. We have a stoic look on our face. Okay? We look like, you better watch what you say, man. Okay? That's the look we have because we're not playing with you fucking people, man. We're not about the fucking games. The only time we're really smiling and happy is when we're around the brethren, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying? For the most part. All right? For the most part. Every now and then we might crack a smile, but for the most, we got a serious look on our face, man. Like we're these people. Like we're Marines or something, or the Green Berets or whatever, man. Whatever the top military people are, because when you go to war, you have a seriousness about you. All right. So we have that look because we're in a spiritual war. Okay, and you people are a bunch of enemies, man. Anyway, let's skip past this crap. You get all kind of opportunities, and then this nigga was caught later on. This demon was caught shoplifting, man. And well, obviously he's not gonna. What do you think he's gonna do? Become a model citizen? He's a goddamn demon. The reason why he's doing that shit because he got demons on him in the fucking first place.
Amen.
It's a lot, man.
Fine,
Forgive me for the, if you don't like the language, man, just go watch something else, man. You know?
I raised up my shirt where you can see my muscles.
Who have a history of criminal activities, including substance trafficking, racketeering, and money laundering. One night, the three of them were out looking for individuals to rob and went knocking door to door at the Driftwood Inn Motel until a 73-year-old elderly man finally opened his door and unexpectedly became the target of their robbery. Once he answered, the group forced their way inside and began searching for valuables and eventually demanded his ATM card, insisting he provide them with the PIN. When he refused, they reportedly tortured him by pressing a pillow over his face until he finally revealed the code. He suffered serious injuries from the attack, resulting in his job loss and eventual financial ruin due to the lack of income. The poor guy was already living out of a motel.
Why did y'all do what y'all did? Why'd y'all beat him up?
I ain't got nothing to tell you, man. Go ahead, somewhere.
Who stabbed the gentleman? Was it you?
Did you hurt this 73-year-old man?
Interview over.
You haven't said anything yet.
And y'all not finna get no more.
We're still talking.
Because y'all still messing with me.
Not messing, just asking.
See? So these are the demons in the hood. And this is not him, but the dyke, this demon. Anyways, I gotta watch this demon here. She was part of that crew. You know, she's crying, mama, I love you. P.O.P. hold it down. You know, I'm sure you brothers seen that garbage, right? But that she became famous, and she started to love the fame, and you know, from jail she was
Always asking for 50 cents a dollar.
doing interviews.
Did a full-length interview from behind bars detailing everything with the Pimp Squad Chronicles.
Please, hold it down. Right, these all good Pimp Squad.
Struck a chord with viewers, contributing to her sudden fame. According to a Facebook post shared in 2014, POP stands for the Pimps of Portland gang she was believed to be a part of. She was sentenced to 18 years in prison, while one of her co-defendants received a 50-year sentence. Donna seemed to be enjoying all of the attention because she did a full-length interview from behind bars detailing everything with the Pimp Squad Chronicles.
So they get rewarded for this shit. They get rewarded for this garbage, man. This is what happens, and this is how they get you. This is the enemy. The ones who own these media outlets, the TMZ, the CBS, and all this stuff. There's Fox News, all of this crap that promotes this garbage. The lowest parts of you Israelite society to the forefront. You know, these are enemies, man. These are straight up enemies. Okay? These are straight up enemies. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. All right? And then this you know this demon. What's his name? Little Tyranny or whatever his name is, which Boondocks did a had a cartoon. They had a show where they featured this demon in the show, okay, as a cartoon. It was funny as hell, right? But in real life, this kid is a menace. This kid is an actual menace. You know, he stole his grandmother's car. He's like, how was he, 7 years old?
Bad behavior. He went all the way to Hollywood to star in an episode
and his grandmother's a demon too. His grandmother, his mother, whoever fucking raising this degenerate they're a bunch of wicked, evil people as well. This is a fucking embarrassment, man. This is a fucking, he didn't get no discipline. And that's how you know, this is how you know there's no father in the house. And this is going to be the last one I'm going to play. This is, you know, you can only stomach so much. Salakia Akim for having you to stomach through this crap. Because this is what it is, man. A bunch of crap.
Latarian Milton became internet famous in 2008 as a 7-year-old after a news report of his joyride in his grandmother's SUV went viral. In April 2008, Palm Beach County native Latarian Milton told WPBF that he took his grandmother's Dodge Durango out for a ride because he was upset with his mother and enjoyed doing bad things. It's been alleged that Latarian was born...
He enjoys doing bad things. He's a demon. We have a law on this type of... I'm going to show you the law. He really shouldn't even made it to old age. You know, past 12 years old. But I'm going to show you something, man.
When his mother was only 16 years old, and as a result, he was raised by his grandmother. Police reported that Latarian and a friend drove several miles through Lake Park and Palm Beach Gardens during rush hour on April 27th, eventually crashing. Along the way, Latarian reportedly hit 2 mailboxes, 2 parked cars in a Costco parking lot, and 2 moving vehicles near a Walmart. Although he could have faced grand theft charges, police decided not to charge him.
Latarian Milton is not your typical 7-year-old. Few his age have ever driven an SUV up and down several busy streets. It all started at his mother's townhouse. Latarian says he took the car keys and hopped into his grandmother's Dodge Durango.
When I came through the back door, I looked on the counter, my keys were gone.
I took my grandma car because I got mad at my mom, and then I saw and had my friend come in, and he smokes with cigarettes.
He started the vehicle and put it into gear.
I yanked the thing.
And off they went, 2 7-year-olds alone on the road. Latarian drove several miles through Lake Park and Palm Beach Gardens.
We got the one call that I told you about of a driver in the vehicle who looked too short to be able to see over the steering wheel.
Along the way, he ran over 2 mailboxes, hit 2 parked cars in a Costco parking lot, and struck 2 moving cars near Walmart.
I want to do it because it's fun. It's fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
But did you know that you could perhaps kill somebody?
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
It all ended on Investment Lane and Consumer Drive. That's where Latarian hit the curb and sideswiped the sign. The SUV took most of the beating, snapping off one of his axles and wheels. A grandmother's rage.
I want to whip his behind. That's what I want to do right now. If I thought they wouldn't take me to jail, I'd whip his behind right now.
You don't think he should be punished for all of this?
Just a little bit, no video games for a whole weekend.
And one unusual story for police.
Are you sorry? You understand that now your grandma's going to have to pay to have those cars fixed because you hit those cars.
Can my mom help her?
7-year-old Latarian Milton is okay, not a bump or bruise on him, but he gave his grandmother the scare of her life.
You know, I just thought, oh my God, I'm getting ready to bury my grandson.
Latarian lives with his grandmother. They were at his mom's apartment helping build a basketball hoop when in a second...
My keys was on the counter. So I went to get the screws and I looked and I said, where's my keys? So that quick I looked, I didn't see him. So then I went to the door and I looked, I said, oh my God, my truck's gone. And immediately I screamed, I said, call the police.
Latarian had already driven out of the apartment complex, then took a right on busy North Lake Boulevard, and then turned into the Costco parking lot. Police say that's where he hit 2 parked cars. He then got back onto North Lake, turned onto Congress, and police say he hit 2 moving cars there before going into the Walmart parking lot.
How do you think I feel? I'm standing here and I could see the sirens, police trucks up and down the street.
He needs a father in the house, man. You women are not the disciplinarians, man. You need the father, man, to put that fear inside of him, man.
I knew it was at him.
Police say Latarian eventually hit a son.
You know, my moms would say when you know, if I did something or came in late or whatever, you know, after a while, her beating didn't affect me, man, or her whatever she would say or do didn't affect me. So she had to be like, wait till your father gets in, right? All right. And I remember one time my pops, I had this big Pepe belt, and it had he had the big metal buckles. He hit me with this. He was hitting me with the side with the metal buckle on it, man. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, that was pain. That was pain right there. Okay. But guess what? What do you think this kid needs, man, or needed? Right? The age that he's at now, it's way too late for him. At that age, you know, there could have been hope before he hit 11 years old or whatever, 12 years old. But at the age he is now, he is who he is. You know, you can't mold him after a certain age.
And went into a ditch, totaling his grandmother's 2006 Durango. Why did you take the car?
Because I wanted to do it. My friend was in the car with me.
Where did you take it, Latarian?
I took it on a high-speed chase.
How did you know how to drive?
Because I see my grandma do it. All the people do it.
He knows the seriousness of taking a car and how it could kill somebody or kill him. You know, he's nobody's fool.
Well, what do you think about the people whose cars you hit?
I'm saying nothing about them.
The police took it seriously.
There are charges, grand theft auto, and the reason why we have those charges is to get him into the system. Obviously, this is unusual behavior for a 7-year-old, and we want to get him evaluated so he can get whatever treatment might be recommended or needed. It could have had much worse, occurrence. It could have been injuries or deaths from this.
His nonchalant attitude and phrasing quickly made him a meme and a memorable figure online. But he found himself back in trouble not too long after, and the news station was on the scene again. His grandmother Vakita shared that his behavior escalated when he assaulted her inside of a Walmart. The issue began when Latarian asked her for chicken wings, and after she declined, he just ordered them himself. When confronted, she says he just snapped and started striking her in her stomach, legs, and wherever he could reach.
There are new problems for the 7-year-old.
He needs, I'm going to say it again, he needs a father. You know, these women running the society. This is why the hood is so violent and chaotic, because you women are running it. He needed a father is the ones that bring discipline. There's a story about elephants, and I did that with the Brothers Zakar on that series, see the Secret Council, and basically, there was a group of elephants. They took the males for some reason were not in the group anymore. They were not in the group anymore, and it was just the young elephants with the mothers. And actually, no, the young elephants were by themselves at one point, right? And they just became chaotic. They started killing animals for no reason, having frantic behavior. They just started misbehaving, and it was not typical behavior for elephants. Then they brought the mothers in, thinking that the mothers could calm them down, and it was the same shit, because the mothers weren't able to calm them down. So they kept killing other animals and doing erratic stuff, causing trouble. These are young elephants. And then what they did was they say, let's bring the male elephants in. Okay? They brought the male elephants in, and all of a sudden they got them young elephants in order. So in that aspect, the elephants are not far different from humans in that particular aspect. You need the male disciplinarians in the house. If not, the society will crumble. The community will crumble. Point blank, period, man. Anyways.
Who stole his grandmother's SUV and went on a dangerous joyride. His latest incident took place in a popular discount store and has landed.
Anyways, man.
Were 2 mailboxes before crashing in for mental evaluation, like WPBF News.
To star in an episode of Tosh.0, Latarian would steal her car again. The video of the unremorseful 7-year-old became an internet classic, and he was rewarded for his bad behavior.
He went all heard that? He was rewarded for his bad behavior. Look at the smile on his grandmother's face. She's not shamed at this shit.
Way to Hollywood to star in an episode of Tosh.0 and to do some interviews. His grandmother said she was hoping this would lead to some kind of acting career for her grandson.
I love listening to Cypher Sounds and Rosen.
So you just think about the money, So the kid is a degenerate, man.
I love to listen to Cypher Sounds and Rosenberg.
Cause it's fun. It's fun to listen to bad things.
It's fun to listen to good things.
Anyways, this is see. So hey, what? This is the madness of the society. You wonder why we get so why we're so avid about getting Lord destroying this place. Anyways, let me see. Try to find that law. This is it right here. Deuteronomy 21:20. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 8. That's a lot, yeah. 18. It says, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother. Notice how it starts with the father. Okay. And that could all this could have been solved possibly if there was a father in the house, actually. But this is the results of feminism, man. Okay. And that when they have chastened him and will not hearken unto them, right? So they even beat him and scold him so that he can go the right path, and he still doesn't listen, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the place, unto the gate of his place, and they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard. And all the men of the city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. And this is a young boy that they're going to put to death so that he doesn't become a man and bring forth more wickedness in Israel. It was all about cutting off this type of wickedness from Israel, for this to not infect the rest of the people, right? But not. What does this society promote? What do these devils promote? What does Eat Jake promote? A sexy red, a young thug, and these things become popular. These things is what make people go viral, so they think they're gonna get rewarded for being a degenerates, man. Anyways, oh boy, let's get Psalms 50. This is Psalms 50. In verse 1, it says, a psalm of Asaph. The mighty power, even Yahweh, hath spoken and called the earth from the rising of the sun unto the going down thereof. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, the Most High has shined. Okay? So we were supposed to be as the perfection of beauty. The Lord created us to be as the perfection of beauty amongst the nations. Okay? Let's go to Lamentations 2 and 15. This is Lamentations 2 and verse 15, and it reads, all that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? Right? So now they're scoffing at us, saying, look, this was the perfection of beauty, right? Because look at how far our people have fallen. All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we looked for. We have found it. We have seen it. Okay? Yeah. Looking at you Jakes now, man. You got to pretty much agree with these heathens, man. These blacks, no good, man. They fucked, they retarded, they this, that. They got a low IQ. A lot of you Jakes do have low IQ. Not because you don't have the potential, but because you don't fell into the toxicity of ultimately your environment. You fell into that toxicity and you glory in it, man. It's not because you don't have the potential. We as a people, we have the highest potential out of all people on the earth. But look at what's being promoted. And look at what the youth have to look up to. If he sounded like one of them community leaders, look at what the youth have to look up to. This is Psalm 62 and 4. It says, they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. Yeah, they bless with their mouth. They say, I love black people. This, that, and the third. Let me do an interview with Courtney. Yeah, this man named Courtney with green hair and green nails. I'll do an interview. I love black. I got all kind of black friends. Let me do an interview with you, so we could promote this to more black people to be more degenerates, man. Right? When Queen Sheba came to King Solomon, man, she saw the splendor and the glory of the kingdom. She thought the doorkeeper was the king. That's how on a high level our people were. She saw the wisdom. She saw the beauty. Right? There was no Courtneys walking around. All right? There was no what's this guy's name? That little short demon with his pants sagging. There's no demons like that running around. All right? Openly. No. Okay? There would have to be judgment executed, man. See, certain things was unacceptable, man. You know? Anyways, I know I went on a long rant about this. It's going on to 50 minutes now. So, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak with Dash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you. I came out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shalom.